I've got my cat. I've got my drink. We're ready to go. Now, if you remember, we just defeated that one rock golem thing. So we're supposed to meet this guy on the beach. I'm this again. Previously, I just wandered around this island and got right to the beginning. Honestly, I feel like I missed a lot. I'm kind of glad I got soft locked and had to restart. Oh! Boy made out a will. Letter to the prior. Venerable prior, I have left my post on the island asylum to deliver alarming news. My brothers have lost their senses, their souls tainted by a voice that is not the word, and I have proof. Did the Prophet Kai's teachings ever command us to subject her followers to torture while fighting to heal their bodies and souls? Were we not to seek a cure for the plague rather than to indulge in the dark powers of the weirdness? Please examine this appeal. Surely you did not compose it, nor do I recognize the fanatic's seal. Someone is corrupting our brothers, attempting to silence the true word. I bring this letter and evidence to you, hoping for a just response, Brother Leon. Oh, and it starts a quest. Very cool. I'm taking all of his clothes in his honor. Something I've learned from video games is if you have a friend or somebody honorable that died, loot the hell out of them. It's the only way to make sure they're okay. And their memory lives on. $10, $14. Is out here to these ships. World of Warcraft is talking things. expect these boats. It might be like a milk chest or something like that, but... Or 2 chests. A couple more lockpicks. Pearl necklace. Another lockpick. Ooh, and an archer's sword. Crap. Let's go right to that. I'm keeping that encumbrance limit. Help us with our archery. Oh, very good. Can I get to that one? But first off, let's make sure that we've cleared this one out. Now, in my previous playthrough, I never found anything in the water attacking us. That doesn't mean that there's nothing in the water that's going to whoop our ass. Aha! Nope. I don't know who you are. Do you got a chest down here? Keeping an eye on that. Let's have a breath. Let's get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay. Okay, so I can make it here. Can I climb up that rig? No. What? Looks like I'm wasting my time. Doesn't look like there's anything in this hole. Shit, get back up, get back up. I'm gonna drown. Don't drown, please don't drown. People investigate those bodies. What's that? Oh, it's just a hole. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't be stupid, come on, don't want to die. Oh, nice, first try. Inspiring warriors and ammo. This is spell power by 5%. Okay. But now I've got an amulet. Novice spell power. Physical damage, garbage. Is there something over here? That's probably worth it. I do know on my last playthrough I decided to see how far I could swim out and the sea monster got me, but it wasn't like something I got to see, it was a cutscene. Or it wasn't even a cutscene, it was just a blah blah blah, you die. That's the chest I just got. I want to do something stupid and swim out. Whoa! No, I'm not doing anything stupid. I'm going to go try to explore this island. So far I've met at least one NPC. No, 2. That kind of said hello and wandered off. Got the pictish woman with the horns. the Dalriata guy who said we'll meet up with the tribes, which I have a little bit of foreknowledge about that. I do know that that's how I got out of the first area, was I helped the Dalriata tribes. What is that statue? Those are the two chests I just got something else out. There's got to be something else around here. I feel real dumb if I miss something cool. I've already found a couple of new artifacts. No. Okay. I think it's kind of cool because this game is definitely taken. Oh. Is take all the Skyrim things. You start off as a prisoner, shipwrecked, and on an island. So it's definitely covered those bases. Got a dead body here. I'm just gonna snatch your pants. Nope. Got silk hat. One of those. Flame resin. Okay, so I can coat my weapon. There's something on that boat. That would be cool. One of the things that I was telling one of my friends was that I actually like the fact that this plays on such low settings because I feel like it's easier to spot things, because when this is on highest settings, everything looks so great, it kind of blends in. But like that one ring of protection that we got, I feel like I almost missed that when I was playing on the higher settings. Try for that island there. Will it let me save? Nope, not in water. At least when I get to that island. That looks like it's got to have something on it. Can I save here? Yeah. Shoot. Crap. I wonder if I can swim to that island. We'll find out. I'll save and I'm going to go for it. Do we have a map yet? No. It would not hurt my feelings to not have to deal with that guy on the boat. Damn, that is like right there too. Alright, I'm going for it. Because that's not where we started, surely.
You chose defiance, slipping into the waves to reach the shore alone, avoiding Caradoc and whatever plans he had for you and the king. But the watchful eyes of the Red Priests found you. Their boat cut through the water and they seized you with unyielding strength. You fought, but even Arthur's power couldn't break their grip. This time, they didn't bother with a cell. They dragged you straight to the operating table, intent on tearing Arthur's essence from your weakened body. As the cold metal pressed against your skin, one thought consumed you. Was it worth it? To defy the will of fate?
Damn it. Okay. Well... Yep. Okay. Okay, so we can't swim to the castle. That's okay. Found a couple of new things. I can't get back to it. Okay. Damn castles. So back to the island. See that weird statue up on the island. So we can go check that out. Anywhere there. This game definitely rewards you for wandering around and exploring. However, like I said, I got soft locked on the last one because I explored something, and there is a little bit of a glitch that sometimes you can get into chambers you're not supposed to get into. And I locked myself and couldn't get back out. That's a shovel. I don't need a shovel. Nobleman's boots. So I got a silky hat and nobleman's boots. I'm not taking his tunic and I'm not taking his shovel. But I am going to be careful. He does not have a little note on him. There's that Caradoc guy. Okay, so we've gone circle around there. I'm going to try to avoid talking to him because I want to see what the hell that is because I missed it last time. Actually, I didn't see this last time. What the hell? What's a bit of weed? There's got to be a way to get up there. I don't remember encountering any creatures on this island. Okay, druid symbols. So somebody was sleeping here. Spade. It's Hermit's diary. 2nd of Hawthorne, moon 621. I've roamed Avalon for too much. No sign of my brothers. No messages are a meeting point. Could I truly be the last druid? 13th of Oak Moon. I tried hiding near Canuot. People there seemed honorable and didn't fall for lies about us, but the Red Priest appeared there too, forcing me to flee again. My bones can't endure much more. Thanks to Hob and the sunken village, I reached the island asylum. They'll never suspect a druid here. Hob didn't even blink when I asked for help. 6 of Willow. My days are ending, but those red fools never found me. It's been lonely but my cave. Home? My cave became home. I feel this is my last entry. I hope my brothers would see this hiding spot as our last prank on Avalon, worth every moment. I'm gonna load up on potions. So, where is he? I don't... Okay, so we had a druid here. Maybe I'm sneaking for him. I don't know if it works like that. Alright, let's go back to where we were exploring. That's where we found the... No, is that where we found the Red Priest? That's where we found the hot cave. That's where we came in. Back through that. So make sure your business is done on the island asylum before you go through the door after you fight the rock golem thing. Actually, no. I don't know if that's a menu, because it only has the one arm. Wait, unless that's supposed to be an arm. Increases dash speed. So somebody's making some sacrifices. I'm actually quite surprised that we can't access anything on this. Tried. a lot of junk. Nope. Yeah, so we did both of those ships. That's where we found the guy with his campfire. Here we found the guy with the shovel. Or no, this is the way we went through. Okay, see, this bugs me a lot. Why am I leveling up sneak? What is close to me right here? That was the Red Priest. Those are empty. Feel like we're about to get our little ass whooped. That's where we found those two fire things. I also like the fact that if you jump, it doesn't automatically kick you out of stealth. A sneaky jump. Ah, got a buried chest. Collect these first. Going first for $10, $20. Needed iron ore. Bogey. There's a little cave. I think that takes us back to the Druid Cave. Come on, big money. $15 and a health potion. That's good. Raspberries, potatoes, tomatoes. I hope that's not the druid that made a journal. Can't loot it. I think this is. Yeah, back to that guy's cave. Maybe it is the druid. Okay, so we've gone kind of full circle. Time to do something stupid. I'm gonna try to kill that Caradoc guy. I wonder if I can kill him and take his boat. Okay. I feel like we can take him. But we can't take a hit. That's what we got a problem with. Just start off with that. Okay, we tried twice. I want to just get on with the game. But we know it can be done because we saw his life go down. But Caradoc.
There you are. It took you a while. I was getting worried you wouldn't make it. I even realized that I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Caradoc, your savior. What kept you so long?
I ran into something, trouble along the way. No, we're gonna say you sent me through even though you knew what was there.
I had my suspicions. What I didn't expect was you walking back free of the sickness. So go on. What did you find in there?
I have no idea what happened.
Really? Then can you explain how you were suddenly cured of an illness that nobody knows how to cure?
I'm gonna try this. I told you I have no
Well,
idea.
maybe the fact you were able to do that is why I was supposed to break you out of this place. Anyway, get some rest. We'll have to set sail soon, before the Red Priests find us here.
So why were you supposed to break me out?
All I know is I was supposed to help you, some Pict, and a Del Riata break out, and then sail you to the mainland. But it looks like you're the only one who made it. From what I understand, the Red Priests must have done something to you. Something that can prove useful during my quest. Else, I wouldn't be sent here.
And what is your quest?
My goal is to destroy King Arthur. To get rid of him, once and for all. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I need to find, collect, and destroy them.
Wait, what?
Long story short, you've found yourself in the middle of a mess that's been brewing for 600 years. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening.
So what's your plan exactly?
The plan is to steal Excalibur. Or at least, what's hiding within that damned blade. A piece of our king is bound to it. And so it needs to be destroyed.
Where is it? Where is Excalibur now?
The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fortress. But if someone has this emblem, they can enter freely. Here, pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without any issues. When you do, Find the captain. Brendan's his name. He'll tell you the rest.
I didn't say I'd help
And
you.
yet I still gave you an opportunity to do so. You'll have plenty of time to think about it on the boat.
Wait, I have more questions.
Definitely. And all of them essential. But I have to leave you for a while. You should get some rest first. Judging by the waves, our journey won't be pleasant. Set up a camp and get some sleep. Then we'll sail for the Horns of the South. Ah, and here. Have some cobweb. Throw that into the fire and you'll be safe from the weirdness. Just in case I don't come back before nightfall.
Well, that man really hates me. That much is clear. It's good you didn't tell him we've met, young one. Who knows what he'd have done?
Do you know why he hates you so much?
No. It seems that I should, but I don't. He knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. But to me, he's a stranger. If he was a part of my past, then that past has been taken from me. I need to regain it.
He said a lot of bad things about you.
That isn't right. I should remember. I should. All I know is that I left my kingdom strong, prosperous. It should have grown. It must have flourished in my absence.
So we're off to steal Excalibur.
It seems so. If Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, we should definitely claim them first. When we do, I should grow stronger. I should remember. I should be whole. Let's go then, young one. Let's not waste any more time. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger in my absence. And if something threatens it now, then I will see it restored.
Let's see what we look up. Practicality. I'm actually gonna pop that up. No, maybe not. No, I'm trying to think. I think honestly I'm gonna do spirituality. Practicality. It's kind of like charisma in this. I'm not gonna mess with the skill trees just yet. Let's. I always want that there. I actually need a fishing pole. I'm not using a shield. Nice. Now I can go fighting some bandit stuff. I'm only going to keep the health potion. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I think I'm supposed to use that, but I'm not going to. Nice. So I've got my weight limit down to 19. This should be golden. I'm going to keep the letters on it. Let's rest till the morning. 9 o'clock's reasonable. Okay, so Caradoc. From what I was able to learn, Caradoc is from Welsh. He was a semi-legendary ancestor to the kings of Gwent. Apparently this dude lived during the 5th or 6th century. He's remembered in the matter of Britain, which is the body of medieval literature and legendary material associated with Great Britain, Brittany, and the legendary kings and heroes associated with it, somehow tied to King Arthur. The 12th century writer Geoffrey of Monmouth's Historia Regarum Britannia, yada yada yada. He's also a knight of the Round Table, under the name King Carados and Caros Withgras, French for Carados Shortar. Described as Arthur's chief elder at Kellawig in Cornwall, and one of the 3 knights on the island of Britain. His horse's name is Lugo, or Host Splitter. The same title, chief elder of Cornwall, is often given to Colwick and Bowman, which lists Watermount, the son of Rika, which is Arthur's brother on his mother's side. Interesting. He died during the reign of the Emperor Magnus Maximus, in connection with the Cornwall Triads. He appeared frequently in Arthurian legend. He was married to somebody named Tagau, who means golden breast. It's a nice old breast. He's said to have been a knight of the Round Table during Uther's time, who joins other kings in his rebellion when Arthur takes the throne, but is eventually reconciled with the young king, who becomes one of his most trusted allies. He even marries one of Arthur's 5 half-sisters. So that's something we don't frequently know, is that there's a lot of more to just Arthur than just Arthur and Morgana. I want to look up this. Oh, there's a lot to it. Okay. So, yeah. So he's somebody, he actually hung out with Arthur. He knew Arthur's dad. I wonder where he comes into play in this game.
Ready?
I only ran into
Hop
him
on the
once
boat.
in my previous play. Alright, so let's hop on this damn boat and I know what happens here.
The sea was restless, waves slamming against the hull as you left the island asylum behind. Caradoc's boat cut through the black waters, its course set for Avalon's shores. Then the deep stirred. A shudder ran through the vessel from neither wind nor tide, but from something far below. A presence, ancient and watching. And then it struck. The boat lurched violently, wood splintering as the sea itself rose in fury. A shadow moved beneath the surface, vast, coiling, inescapable. The next wave swallowed everything. Darkness took you. Salt filled your lungs, and then light. The crash of waves, the cold kiss of wet sand. You were alive. The sea had spared you, but not without a cost.
So the last time I played this, I made a mistake and used a glitch. There's a tomb over here that you can kind of like save outside of, then load your game, and when you do load, it kind of pops you back in, and the door is open to the tomb. You can walk in. You're not supposed to do that, I found out. It was a really difficult. Oh, shit. Sit here and kill all the damn crabs. Rest is on fire. Fishman cheeks. Interesting NPCs. Remember that broken lock thing? That short bow is better than the very short bow. A little better, but I need more dex. Okay. Feel bad now. I should have completed a hell of a lot more on the asylum. stage. We're going to walk up to the top of that hill as well. I should go to it right away, but okay.
Greetings, kind, sir, madam? Right, so, would you perchance be interested in browsing my wares? Only the finest Avalon can offer, and the finest I can offer, that is.
Sir.
Right, of course. Silly me. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. I have very bad eyesight. This is a thing that happens to humans, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure it is.
Are you not a human?
Me? Of course I'm human. I was born in a human village, and my mother was a human. We lived in a house. It had a roof and holes in the walls. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be for, to be honest, but it's so easy to steal a baby through them. Not that I've ever done that. Anyway, where were we?
You're not very good at this, are you?
I'm really not, am I? Oh, I've only been doing this for a short time. A century or so, maybe. I don't have all that many regulars either. Most people either curse at me or run away. I don't understand it. I'm not trying to eat them or even kidnap them. And then there are those who accuse me of trying to trick them. Excuse me. I'm just trying to sell them some trinkets or pretty flowers. Where's the trickery in that?
Century? What are you?
I'm glad you asked. My name is O'Cunnin Cinnamon Sage, and I'm a travelling merchant. I specialise in the various odds and ends I find on my travels. Feel free to take a look at my wares. I'm sure you'll be able to find something interesting.
All right, let me see your wares.
I'd just be grateful if you didn't try to sell me any weapons, or nails, or buckets with iron handles. It's not that I have anything against things made of iron. I simply don't condone violence, that's it.
All right, let's see. It's a weapon relic. Can't afford to buy that. Can't afford to buy that. Can't afford to buy anything. No. But I can sell. See, I can sell a spike club and a torch. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that short bow. Sell those two fisherman gears. Not gonna sell that. Not gonna sell that. Not gonna sell that. I'll sell you some broken arrows. Not gonna sell you any books. Sell you some silver plates. Sell you a cup and a cup. Alright, got a few bucks off you. So I'll sell from stash. Get rid of that. Pretty sure that's made of iron. I'll sell that. That. Not gonna sell you any rings, potions, food, an old tray. Pearl necklace, that gets me a few bucks. Let's get rid of these jars too. Alright,
I hope you found what you were looking for. I rarely do. But I find other things, and then you can buy them.
Some merchants hoard wealth while others chase rare goods. Okun Cinnamon Sage, however, trades in something far less tangible. Delight, surprise, and the simple thrill of a bargain struck. He moves from place to place, never lingering too long, drawn to the hum of commerce like a moth to a flame. However, for all of his skill, he's something about him never quite fits. His manner slightly rehearsed, his laughter never entirely reaching his hidden face. He knows too much, yet not enough, forgetting small, obvious details, yet remembering prices from markets that have long been forgotten. Now, he never sells iron. His hands stay hidden behind his cloak, wearing gloves, I guess. No matter how bright the lanterns burn, his shadow never seems to fall where it should. And this is the thing that I messed up before, is because the last time I met him, I stayed here, and I was like, well, what do I do with this? And so I saved here, and then when I came back the next day and loaded, this wasn't here, and I walked in, and you can walk into a tomb. I'm not going to do that because I found out that you're not supposed to be able to do that. And I'd like to play this pretty straightforward. Be a lot more careful also with other things like that, because like I said, I got into a place I really shouldn't have and got locked behind this wall. And I even went on Reddit and found out that that was, to be current, that's the kind of soft lock yourself there, because there's no way to proceed without finding something from another place to get that mist wall down, and I don't know how to get out of it. So I'm not gonna...
Look what you've done, you fool. It's always the same with you. Beat them up first, ask questions later.
Uh-oh. Damn it. Nice, huh? Since Cinnamon is over there. I'll go sell their stuff right to him. Take me, all mother, into your embrace. This feather, a symbol of my light heart. This rose, a love confession. This sage, a promise of purity. Please protect me now and forever. Love me as I love you. I can't make an offering because I don't have a rose. Also, I put all my equipment, or my crafting stuff. So a letter to Aeolus. My dear Aeolus, you're my most faithful companion, my only hope. Go to the All-Mother Shrine, perform the following ritual, and bring me the amulet you will surely be gifted. Granny said that you need to make an offering of a rose, some sage, and a feather. This is my last hope to save my beautiful daughter. Return safely. May the All-Mother protect you. Lady Guardian. Yep. Take all that. Got some rose. be honest, that life steal is kind of handy. Just gotta be careful we're not surrounded. Got my eye on that sucker. Shit. Again, since we got somebody we can sell to right away. Loot to our heart's content here. Good deal. Now we can fast travel to here. The drowners already looted these guys. Let's go and have a peek at these roofs. Again, I'm thankful there's no damn slaughterfish. I almost has like a survival horror element to it. But you're gotta be careful with your resources. Now you can set the settings so that you can experience the story more than anything. And if it gets too weird, just to get back to where I was, I might change those settings to put it back on a easier mode. But because it took me a great long while to get back to Act 2. But I also really enjoy the difficulty of this, because it's not overly difficult. It's kind of like a good Souls game. Oh, he's not even going to get up. Well, that helps. Oh, but he is. Shit, forgot about those guys. Nice, thank you. Okay, we're in the weird now. We're in the weird. Which is good. We can get some cobwebs, which help us to level up, do all that stuff, access our stash out in the wild world. And we're not doing horrible. I wish I was doing better, but as far as gold goes, we're doing pretty damn good. Okay, we gotta be really careful around here. Ah, I should have let him get closer. Because I know there's something stupid running around up here. Yeah, we're gonna have to be really careful to keep that life steal crap on. Now, I'm not seeing them show up on my map. That doesn't mean they're not around. biscuit. Proverbial biscuit. I think so. I think I would push it a little bit. Make sure I got everything out of here because I don't want to wander back. Yep. Okay. So I see that little red dot off in the distance. I appreciate the radar on this. Does I know what that is? No, I don't. That's different. Okay, yeah, that's an ogre. And they're a lot sturdier than before. It's alright. Give me a chance to eat a couple more sunflower seeds. Okay. So we gotta be careful with those suckers. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna go mess with him just yet. Let's go check out the flooded mine. Maybe something a little more manageable in here. Damn. That's not good. Haven't had that happen before. It's a little bit upsetting. See if it works this time. got 6 shots. You know what? I'm going to not about my 6 shots. Score some arrows. Alright, so there is something around here. Apologize, I'm playing like crap. keep the torn key in his hands.
I'll teach you to respect me! I'm not afraid of you! You'll be fertilising the soil!
Let's just search here. Oh, cool. Right off the bat. That's cool. You know what, to be honest, I'm going to get out of here. If I can survive. So I killed that big mammoth dragon. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I'm gonna go back and sell some more stuff to Cinnabon. Yeah. Kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Now I got a fishing rod. That's groovy. Let me see your wares. Don't want that. I want to keep those different arrows. Millstone. I need 2 spirituality to cast that. Onto that.
Have a safe journey. Try not to get eaten. I'd hate to lose my favourite customer.
Alright, I want to chill the hell out, I think. I've got two. So let's go one with that. And then start investing in. Oh, no, let's do dexterity. No, I'm not investing because I'm getting caught in the game. Weird. Okay. Go back to the mine in a little bit. I need to get some stuff first. This is where we enter the stage. Nice. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, much better. Remember this chap.
Oi! Oi! Where do you think you're going? This is my spot. You can, take the other side. Just don't get greedy.
What are you doing to this statue?
What do you think? It's good material. Be a shame to leave it rotting in the ground. Doesn't hurt that it pays well, if the keepers don't catch you. But they're barely around anyway.
His statue, isn't that King Arthur?
Aye, it is. So what? It's just stone. Not like I'm chopping up the man himself.
It was a bit disrespectful.
Maybe he'd be more respected if his entire bloody kingdom wasn't in a shambles. What kind of king leaves no heir, only to show up now and then, wave his sword, and fix nothing? This statue's done more for me and my family than Arthur ever did. Funny. Thought someone like you would be off on some grand quest by now.
Alright. Just for that, this is mine. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. switch up a little bit because I'm using that a lot more. Actually, yeah, we do. We're gonna go sell these to Cinnabon. He's right over there. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Scared me a little bit. Scared me. He's empty, somebody already snatched his troubles. I didn't do anything with that statue. I don't remember trying last time. Which is a damn shame. Oh, I got another blood transfusion spell. Okay. So that's a thing. I do know there's a door under here. By the way, with all my playthroughs, I usually go through a little blind. I think that's a more fun way to figure things out. So if anybody in the chat wants to give advice or anything like that, that's cool, but... Now, I wonder if I can do this again. Last time I was a little bit higher level when I took this guy on. Yeah, spoiler, there's a potential boss fight up here. So they've got dead bodies, blood everywhere. Matter of fact, let's look at the quest that's offered for this. Unforgettable, that's something we have to go find the husband. A word is silent. I gotta go talk to somebody about the Red Priesthood. That's a new one for me. Bloodstains. I discovered a passage to a mysterious place in a lake filled with blood. I wonder what lies ahead. Must press forward. So we're gonna find out about this lake of blood. There's that prick there. I just want to make sure that I get everything out of this room, and I keep feeling like I'm missing something here. I mean, with all these swords, you can't interact with a single one. On the plus side, my sneak has gone crazy. Alright, player. Let's talk.
You shouldn't be here. This is no place for the living. Poor sod. I pity you. You should not ask me. The Druids created this place. They called it the Hall of Trials, as they sought to find a worthy pet for themselves. We all wanted to see the garden, to learn something from those cunning vermin. I doubt they expected such an outcome themselves.
Why don't you just leave?
I cannot. I am bound to it for eternity.
Who are you?
I think my name was Mallory. I wandered in search of meaning, until one night, a very special dream came to me. In that dream, A beautiful, towering flower whispered to me, "You will find me, if you want me, in the garden." And so, I resolved to seek that place. This is what I found. From the rain to the gutter.
The garden?
I suppose it's what lies beyond those ever-watching, ever-listening doors. They wait for our next move. Soon, it will all be decided. When we finish our little conversation, all will be set in motion.
Alright. So I don't have a strength of 10. I don't have a spirituality or more. So we're just gonna say, what does it mean?
That's a good question, but I do not know the answer. I've grown weary of seeking it. Too much time spent in a loop of nasty thoughts.
What exactly happened here?
The slaughter has come to pass. A foul affair. Brutal beyond measure. Many lives reduced to one. Just me. All on my lonesome. Humans have a rather dreadful tendency to descend into madness, especially when forced to live among others in a cage like that one.
How many of you were there?
You could try counting. I grew tired of that long ago. We slaughtered one another until, after countless hours, I awoke from the frenzy, only to find there was nobody left to kill. Poor Alice and Edan.
Alice and Edan?
Those were the last two I killed. Those two I remember most clearly. Their bodies lie somewhere over there. It's staggering, isn't it? How many good lives have been wasted in this wretched place. Perhaps we should finish our conversation. There's no point in dragging it out anymore. If I could ask you one thing, try. Just try. I truly wish to leave this place for good.
Okay, so I tried to look up Mallory, but the only Mallory I could find associated with Arthurian legend is Sir Thomas Mallory, who wrote the Mont d'Arthur, or the Death of Arthur. So now we're about to get our ass whooped, probably. Oh yeah. Okay.
I cannot. The meant human. You could pull the it's. In and the. I said they went. That too perhaps if I.
frustrating.
You should.
Especially since I dusted him before.
This make you, we put the it, I in at this, as they went. That too, but if I
Fuck. Alright, let me try something else. Yeah.
this make you, we put the it, I in and this, as they were when. That too, but if I
Damn it. Alright, you know what? Looks like I'm just gonna be doing some. Piss me off. I just want to hurry up and get back to where I was.
you should not this make you, we put though it's I in the ends the I sub they were when. That's too much perhaps if I
Okay. I put it on adventurer mode. Story focus. My stamina and mana regenerate faster. We're gonna go talk to Cinnamon and sell that stuff. Actually, I'm gonna go pick up on that ogre on the beach too. do like that you can knock down the difficulty quite a bit on this. I honestly just don't have the time to grind as much, and I'm more interested in the story. Simple recipes for simple ingredients, author. Oh, it's Mildred Antifarcio again. Food purpose is simple: to fill the belly and fuel the body. Leave fancy meals for the aristocrats and their delicate palates. For the rest of us, Auntie Mildred has practical advice. In the first volume, you mastered the basics: boiling water and mashing potatoes. Now it's time for something more refined: hunter stew. Don't fret, even the most hopeless cook can follow this recipe with my guidance. This dish reminds me of my late husband, a skilled hunter, but utterly clueless in the kitchen. How could a man so adept with a bow be so helpless over a pot? Life's little mysteries, I suppose. So I need 8 strength, 4 endurance to use that. Alright, so then we're getting rid of that.
Done already? Are you
Alright, let's get up here. Just 1 point available. Well, now we've got 3 decks. So if I remember right, we can now equip that parrying sword, which is substantially more damage. And since we kicked on, I'm gonna go here and whip the shit out of that ogre. Just for the lulz. Up those fireflies. Or butterflies. And I'm also going to look because there were some healing ones wandering over here somewhere. Oh, great. Looks like I missed them. No, I didn't. They're over there. Okay. There's that son of a bitch. What the hell? Probably cheated myself out of the enemy like that. I do know that I fought him before. Which honestly, I guess testing. Let's see what this guy's book says. Materia Medica, Volume 3, Plants for Health and Magic. Sage, the holy plant of shadows and light. Author, Sidonius Geron. Legends say that the All-Mother, in grief for her children's suffering, sowed sage under the moonlight, granting its silvery leaves her blessing. The sacred plant is in sprawling bushes with pale purple flowers and pointed silvery green leaves that shiver like Avalon's ancient sorrow. Its earthy, bitter aroma seemed to whisper secrets of the land itself. Sage is renowned for its restorative powers, sharpening memory, soothing joints, easing fevers, and driving out unseen enemies within the body. Its smoke, burned in the ritual of druids and priestesses, can cleanse curses, repel spirits, and stir dormant life. More than mere medicine, sage is a relic of a divine compassion, a small but potent shield against the darkness. If one must indulge in mortal cravings, it lends a fine flavor to meats. Let's talk to Dresk.
So much for a secluded cave keeping visitors away. Seems like there's no one on this island to hide in peace. Ah well, since you're here, I have an important question. Do you have any food?
Who are you?
I promise to answer all of your questions, no matter how annoying or asinine they might be. But first, do you have any food? Oh dear. Yes, food. That stuff you put in your mouth to make sure your body doesn't wither and die, you know? Fish, meat, vegetables, bread. Oh, some bread would be especially nice. But I'll take anything, really.
Here you go. Oh, there we go. Give fried. Oh, there we go. Go give bread.
Thanks. I'll be forever indebted to you. But don't expect much. The only payment I can offer you is seashells, or, you know, access to an infinite well of ancient druidic wisdom. I'd rather you choose wisdom. I threw out my collection of seashells a few days ago after I stepped on them with my bare feet. Much better. A time for a nap. Oh, except you're still here. Oh no, don't tell me you still have questions.
Who are you?
My name is Drest, and I am the local hermit.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand your skepticism. I live alone, in a cave, collect seashells, and occasionally talk to crabs. What else could I be?
Yeah, I'm just guessing here. A druid?
But didn't you know? There are no more druids. The mob rounded them all up, stuffed them into a giant wicker man, and lit a fire. Their screams could barely be heard over the roaring flames, but the stench of the burning flesh easily overwhelmed the smell of blazing wicker. Its glow painted the sky in reds and yellows for the entire night.
Sounds like you were there.
Don't be silly. How could I have been there if I'm here now?
When did that happen?
Some years ago? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Can we change the subject? I'm sure there are more interesting things we could be talking about.
What are you doing here?
Well, I live here, obviously.
Why?
Why not? It's a perfectly good cave, albeit a bit drafty and damp. Well, it could be better, to be honest, but we can't all live in mansions, can we?
How did you get here?
The same way you did, I presume.
Are you ever going to give me a straight answer?
I'm giving you truthful answers. That's all you should ever hope for.
Thanks, Matt. I love you. Don't forget to tune into the Twitch. Pardon the interruption. Finally got to see my mother for a little bit today, and she came back. this game enough because it's got a lot of different accessibility features. For example, if you're interested in the combat and want to spend time developing your skills with the parry and the dodges, it's simple yet complex enough to be fun. But at the same time, if you just want to focus on the story, it has a real nice balance where it's still got a little bit of challenge to it, but at the same time, it allows you to be a little bit more free. So, I mean, you could really recommend this game to either the casual gamer or somebody that's looking for something a little bit more in-depth as far as mechanics. And there is a ton of story crammed in this guy. No, I'm not a paid affiliate. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Let's go sell to homeboy. Let me see your wares. You know what? I highly recommend anybody that's going to be like a DM play this game. That's just the way that it lays out the story. Kind of sets it up that way. What do I need for this one? Just 3 strength. Cool.
Have a safe journey. Try not to get eaten. I'd hate to lose my favourite customer.
I think that's what I really like about it, is it reminds me of playing the early AD&D modules. The beauty and the sadness of those modules is they were really well constructed and thought out by people that were trying to tell a story or collect a certain point of view of the story. And they try to keep them open-ended. Matter of fact, if you can go on Internet Archive and look up, first off, go to like Wikipedia and look up list of D&D modules, and almost all of them are available in one form or another on Internet Archive. And you can just read through that and see how they set things up. You know, they were a lot more balanced, well, a lot more open-ended on some of them. Granted, some of them were very much on rails, but it was kind of cool. It reminds me a lot of this. There's tons of stuff here, but it's entirely like you could miss something and it not hurt the story. You know, it kind of gave the DM what they needed. Matter of fact, I like the fact that with the early player's handbook, there was or not the player's handbook, I'm sorry, the early, I guess it was the player's handbook. Freaking crows, always creep me out. They had the appendix in, which I think is something that's sadly missing from a lot of things in the D&D world now, is the idea that the acknowledgement that first off, everything was based off something else. And it really needs to go back to that and help the Dungeon Master or the Game Runner or the Game Master feel a little bit more comfortable, for lack of a better term, stealing from the stories that inspire them to share with other players and such. And this really reminds me of it, because it's very easy to miss things in this, but it's also fairly easy to go back and get them. There's very few things you can do. The Dalriada camp, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, is that is a pain in the ass. You can soft lock yourself there, because there's if you make a misstep, you can get them pissed off and they don't ever calm down. And there's ways to work around it, but it's very unimmersive. Alright, so if you remember, we killed Mallory here. Again, I have this set on Adventurer's mode, or Explorer's mode, so it's a lot more forgiving. Because I'm more interested in the story and exploring through that. And also I have a few people that are watching that mainly just want the story, and sometimes you can get distracted on things. Those things remind me straight out of the PS1 Kingsfield for the US release. That was another good game. When I disappear for a moment, I apologize. My mother was inside talking to the missus and comes out. You always gotta make time to talk to your mom, you know? And she also likes video games. She's one of the reasons I started streaming is, you know, it's a little bit difficult for some of the more modern games for her to play, but she's a long-time player on World of Warcraft. Matter of fact, if I was convincing her that she should stream because she's played that game since its inception. She has a character that she continually re-levels every time they respec, and she's done raids, she's done in-game content. She gives people that are much younger and much more proud of their skills a run for their money. Does a lot of PvP stuff. Notes on the slaughter. You cannot be sure if it was months, years, or decades. Time is blurred beyond recognition. But what did happen, undeniably, was the slaughter. I'm not sure what we are expecting. Mallory remained alone in the Hall of Trials, and the gates did not open. For some reason, we cannot force them. The garden has taken control of us. Sage Dunaran has just let go of his humanity, leaving himself hollow. Is this the fate of all that awaits us all? Humanity's greatest flaw is its endless yearning for meaning when none exists. Alright, let's see. Oh shit, this one's gonna be hard. Damn it! King is dead. He should be. That would be the natural order of things, but now each stone we place in the garden reflects a truth we are unwilling to face. This ugly thing that has happened has shattered the fragile shell of our beliefs, exposing the raw, festering wound of our ignorance. We claim to understand humanity, but now I wonder, are we not simply echoes of a lost purpose, desperately clinging to an illusions of meaning? We must rediscover our understandings of our place in the world. Just 1 second, I have to do another check here. Trials. No, the garden and the Hall of Trials must be intertwined, not just by the land or the place itself, but by something deeper. We must hope that those gathering in the Hall of Trials will endure. Pridewind has already noted the first signs of conflict, a bone of contention. How human of them. Perhaps we need it. We've been sitting too deep within our own minds for far too long.
Have you seen the flower? It's beautiful.
Let me guess, it's purple and sticky.
Have you seen? The sealed gate. The sealed gate. The children of the garden cry. There is no me. There is no us.
Don't think you guys are messing with the flower. I think you got the psilocybin. No judgment.
The seal.
Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold up. That would be the best equipment right there. Keep my life up so this thing does extra damage. Yep. Worked like a charm. Broken charm. Oh, that's right. around the corner, big boy. What the fuck? Is there a little monkey-headed ass man that ran off out here? Fucking sure.
The king! Oh, the king! What has been done to him? What does it mean for us, mere humans? Have you seen the flower? It's beautiful.
Something tells me that that was the most spry you've been in years.
Where could Brightwen be? Why is he not among us?
Because you all probably stank. Look at that.
Behold, the garden suffers. No point in pursuing further. Let's see what this motherfucker's on.
What a grim moment this is. I had hoped that poor wretch, Mallory, would be the last unfortunate trapped by the farce we created.
Who are you? Oh, wait. Let's ask. Mallory mentioned he started to seek out that place after a strange dream.
We believed that only one whose heart burns with a powerful desire to find answers could pass through the gate dividing the garden from the Hall of Trials. The gate never opened for anyone before. After the battles in the hall, Mallory believed it would yield to him, but it did not. So he waited, trying to understand. As you can see, he eventually gave up.
Why were you waiting for someone from the outside world?
At a certain point, we reached an impasse. We realized we lacked an external factor. Someone with a different perspective. living matter with which we could collaborate.
Could you not have simply let him in?
No. We were never certain he was the one we were looking for. We feared letting in someone unworthy. And in the end, we lost control. The soil began to drink blood. The garden started to change. We had no say in the matter. Other druids vanished, although their bodies remained.
Why did Mallory attack me?
I believe the wretch named Mallory deeply hoped that you would be the one to end his life, and he was not mistaken. After all his waiting, something he hoped for finally came to pass.
What is this place?
I know what this place used to be, but now the garden is tainted,
You said
like
tainted.
all of us. I assume this is the answer to the meaning we've been searching for.
What kind of meaning?
The first resurrection of Arthur shattered our understanding of the eternal cycle. It was beyond our comprehension. We needed to take a step back, and for that we needed a place of peace. The idea of a garden reminded us of the quiet murmur, and so we created the garden. We really believed that we could reinvent humanity in a world like that.
Tell me more about the first resurrection of the king.
Unthinkable. Even now, after so many years, the king was dragged back to the land of the living whenever humanity sought its legendary protector. It turned out to be abuse. To take the memory of a life so precious and full of potential and turn it into a cruel mockery, step by step, over and over, leading it to its inevitable degradation.
Did you find your answers?
Not in the way I expected, but yes, I have found the answers. The source of our doom is humanity itself. It's an infinite jest and the perfect tragedy of our lives. That which makes us human is a hindrance that complicates everything. We never truly know what we are or the nature of our lives until we succumb to corruption. Whether it is born of madness or the weirdness, the result remains the same. Only then does everything begin to appear as it truly is. This place is like a terrifying mirror, and so it will remain, unless something is done to change it.
The cool thing is I do know there's a new game plus, so when you see this like requires spirituality of 12 or more or something like that, I know that the next playthrough we can ask these questions. Or you could just spend time grinding the hell out of things and get that up. But is there anything that can be done?
What has already happened cannot be undone. There is only one thing left to do, to bring it to an end.
How can that be
There
done?
is a sealed gate. Beyond it lies something that must be destroyed. Whether to face this terror or not, the choice is yours. If you consider that to be your path, then here, take the seal.
What if I do nothing?
Forgive me, but I may not fully grasp your question. If you do nothing, then nothing will change. You may leave and allow things to remain as they are. But in time, it will all end regardless. Slow, inevitable demise. For in this world, all things move toward their end.
What exactly lies beyond that gate?
Abomination born from a futile and wasted life. The child of our vain pursuits. All I can do is wish that you don't find yourself on the path to ruin, like everything else here did.
Spidey senses tingling. Hard. After the Conclave, Druidic Alchemy, Volume 3. Arthur Cuthbert Caldwaller of the Royal Academy of Camelot. It amazes me how many of the Druidic potions I've recreated are fragrant, floral, vividly colorful, and strongly alcoholic. They evoke nostalgia for simpler times, when alchemy meant foraging in the forest and finding simple solutions to complex problems. Sometimes I wonder if we've strayed too far from that path, complicating both life and craft unnecessarily. These potions also teach us about cost. Shortcuts to greatness always demand sacrifice, a truth of both alchemy life itself. If only the druids had heed the lesson themselves, perhaps we'd still be here crafting their intoxicatingly wise brews, but they're gone. And here I am rifling through all the remnants and sampling their creations. Poor souls, may the All-Mother watch over them. The old pipe went out, hold on. I know what's in here, and I'm a little bit low level even on story mode to fight this thing. Shit, I triggered it. Shit. Need to get my strength up. That's a wonderful weapon, because it actually, when you use it, it gives you life back for every hit you make. About 8:45 here. I'm not going to be playing too much longer, but I would like to clear out this dungeon. Again, this really reminds me of the old school modules for D&D. They were designed to be almost episodic, but also they had a lot of logical, like, pause points for the campaign. And also shot points and things like that. They were very, I'm not going to say they were well balanced, but they could be made to be well balanced.
You have returned.
Yup.
You reek of blood. You reek of purification. You've killed our child and set the fate of the garden on a new path. So, peace will come sooner than I expected. Now, at last, I shall have quiet and slumber. Let the flower bloom in all its beauty and die as it was always meant to. Thank you, Seeker.
You know I'm going to dry you out and smoke you later.
Where could Brightwen be?
He's over there.
Why is he not among us?
I think he's dead. He just went to sleep. He's had enough of your guys' shit. That's what I do at a party, is when people get a little bit too high or too drunk, I pretend to pass out somewhere. Well, at least if I'm not ready enough to drive home. That should be a lesson to you, co-conspirators. If you're going to pass out or pretend to pass out, make sure you don't have your good loot hanging out. Somebody will steal your relics, your, in this case, spear. Alright, that's where Mallory was. We're good. Let's go talk to Cinnabon. So, oh, shit. Mallory, you were an asshole. That's why you were lonely in here. Well, dear friends, I think I'm going to kill it right here. I thank everybody for tuning in, but like I said, I was only going to play, and again, it's 8:49 here on the East Coast. So we're going to shut it down, and I'm going to thank you for joining me. And, yeah, I hope that you all do come back. It's been fun.